What's up, everybody? Mando Pettis here, and I've been in a lot of comments on what I was using up on the Thousand Islands 2 weeks ago, and I figured before I put the rods away and start cleaning the reels, before I take everything off the rods, I'll show you what baits I was using. All right. So starting off, to catch some of those big smallies, I was using scented jerk shads by Z-Man. I was using it in a perfect perch color. I don't know if you can see it. Let me get everything ready here. This is the perfect perch color. And, you know, I think that this color matches baby perch to a T. Z-Man did a great job on this color. And I've been using it all summer, going into this fall. And some of the ways I was just using it was just, you know, basically just, you know, letting it dead stick with the current, and, you know, just letting it do its natural thing. You know, sometimes it's better just to, you know, not even move the bait. Let the bait, you know, in the current, set up your situation. And I was throwing that on a 3/8 ounce Intuition tungsten weight with a 8-pound Tatsu leader by Cigar on a 15-pound attached to 15-pound Cigar braid, smackdown braid. And the rod that I was using is a JB3 rods 7.3 spinning rod. This is one of the rods that I designed, and let me tell you something. When it comes to drop shotting, especially in the river situations like the Great Lakes, Thousand Islands especially, you know, you're letting a lot of things go with the current, and this rod right here gives me the ability to pick up line faster and naturally just lean into them rather than, you know, setting the hook like this. I can naturally, you know, just lean into the rod and it do its thing. But one of the other things I wanted to talk to you about was the hook I was using. Okay, this is very important. When I'm throwing like baits like a scented jerk shads, or, you know, baits with a lot of plastic especially, you know, sometimes those little hooks, they, you know, you're drop shotting and you're using those little, you know, 1-2 odd hooks for, you know, your regular drop shot style hooks, is that sometimes when the fish bites it, they'll over gap the plastic, and that will, you know, come into play with the hook itself, you know. So now you got to go through double parts of plastic with a little hook that the gap is only like that. So what I've been doing, and a lot of other guys do also, is I throw the Hayabusa FPP strength shank, a 3/0 hook. All right. Now when they bite this, they're not coming off. Okay, you got a lot of gap, extremely sharp hook, and it's thin. Okay, so this is a flipping hook that I'm throwing on this bait, and I found that throwing a flipping hook such as the Hayabusa FPP straight shank, that, you know, my hookup ratio is 100%. There is no flaws in this hook at all. There is no flaws the way you throw this bait, and there are no flaws in how this rod sets up on achieving that higher percentage hookup ratio. So give those companies a try, man. You know, so next time you're on your, you know, your next fishing trip, you know, when you're throwing the bait like a jerk shad or, you know, whatever, you know, try a flipping hook. You'll get your hookup ratio will be a lot better. All right, so my next rod that I was throwing, and the next bait I was throwing, is, let me get the package for you guys. I was throwing a Diesel Minnow Z. Hold on, but before I show you this, I want to show you the colors on this scented jerk shads, on how extraordinary the color pattern is on this bait. It's not too vibrant. It's actually a dull color pattern. it matches the hatch perfectly when it comes to, you know, you being around perch, baby perch. They just eat it. All right, now getting back into that diesel minnow. Where's that rod? Okay, here we go. So I was doing the diesel minnow Z and smoky shad. Let me take it out. I'll take it out. I'll take it off the rod for you guys. Okay, and I was throwing it on a trot eye hook. All right. This is a 1/4 ounce. Now these fish were, you know, feeding on perch, and they were feeding on Cisco that were coming into the bays. And this trot eye with this diesel minnow and this color pattern smoky shad just set up perfectly. And basically what I was doing was, you know, I would cast it out and just drag it along the bottom. And next you know, the rod would just load up, and, you know, I would lean into them. And for that, I was doing a JB Rods Thoroughbred. This rod right here has so many applications. I was doing the 7.4. This rod has so many applications to it. Their Thoroughbred whole line. It's just an awesome rod to achieve what you're looking for. You know, whether it's throwing a chatterbait, swim bait, top water. It's a very versatile rod. So, you know, next time you're on JB3's website, take advantage of their Black Friday sale that's going on. The Thoroughbred rod is definitely a serious rod to contend with. So, yes, the Minnow Z, Smoke Shads, it did its thing up there, imitating Cisco, dragging it along the bottom, and it was just fun to lean back in them, and knowing that you got like a 5.5 pound smallie on. It was just exciting times. So the next bait I was throwing, and I did two. I threw a Ned rig. I threw two types of Ned rigs actually, both by Z-Man, but I was throwing different weights. Okay, so I was throwing that bigger style Shrooms Ned rig heads. Excuse me. I was throwing in 1 5 ounce. And let me tell you something. This 1 5 ounce, it falls fast. Okay, you got the streamlined bait. You got the streamlined Ned rig bait, and I was throwing it in I think the color's called Hot Craw. I was throwing it in a Hot Craw. Look at it, it's ate up. I was throwing it in a Hot Craw, and they were just chewing it. One thing I like about the 1 5/8 Ned rig heads by Z-Man, especially the Pro Shrooms heads, is that it has a thicker gauge hook. Okay, now sometimes I feel like, you know, you get those big smallmouth deep, and sometimes I feel like you put a lot of pressure on them, or even when you don't, I think that hook moves. But with this 1 5/8 ounce head, this hook is solid. Let me take the bait off for you guys so you guys can see this. Wow. This hook is very solid. And let me tell you something, with that bait falling real fast, I was able to not even move the bait, and these fish would be on it instantly. And I did catch a 6 pounder on this, 6 pound smallmouth. So give the 1 5/8 ounce head a try also, because let me tell you something, sometimes when you got a small, you know, everybody's throwing that little light, you know, Ned rig head, and it's falling real slow, you know, pick the speed up a little bit. Sometimes you might get a different reaction, you know, so try that head out. And I was throwing it on a 7.2 JB rod, spinning rod, and awesome rod. I can't say enough about these rods. You guys really need to give them a try. And getting back to the thoroughbred. All right, the line I was using on here, I was using 12-pound Cigar Abrasive X. All right, I use Cigar on all my rods for every application. It's, you know, for me, I think it's the best line out there. And the other Ned rig, I was throwing it on a 7.2 medium action JB3 rod, spinning rod, rigged with, actually on this rod I was throwing 4-pound Taihatsu leader to 10-pound Smackdown braid. I was throwing it in the Gobi Bryant color, and I was using a little bit bigger Ned. Okay, but I was throwing that light weight. It's a basic traditional Ned rig head, and I got a few fish on it also. But the 1/5/8 gave me my bigger fish, and I think because of that fast fall. So that might be something you guys want to look into. So those are all the baits that I caught fish on 2 weeks ago on that fishing trip up to 1,000 Islands. That was the last trip of the season, and me and my buddy, we had a great time out there. So going into next year, you guys looking for these products, you go on to highestbooster.com, cigar.com, jb3rods.com, and zmanfishing.com. And you know, you can acquire all these baits, all these tools to help you get that fish of a lifetime. So thanks for watching. I'm Mando Pettis. Follow me on Instagram, mpettisfishing_. Facebook, Mando Pettis Pro Angler. And check out my page, man. Alright, talk to you guys later.